All right, welcome back to another episode of the Hollywood Kickbacks Podcast. I'm your co-host with the co-host Alex Millers. Joined with me, as always, is Will Lopez. Will, how you feeling?
Man, I know in this team we expect excellence, precision, titles, wins, everything. But there's something about a fucking tie, dude, that just brings me down. It's bringing me down!
What movie was that from? It's bringing me down, man. I mean, it's a draw that feels like a lost pot for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we've been in this scenario so many times this season with a draw where a draw does not necessarily is a bad thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're still very much in the title race.
Yes.
But why does this feel like a loss?
Because we lost. We tied to Liverpool.
Yeah.
And the fact that Arsenal fucking won their game yesterday, it's kind of a little discouraging. And I guess the method of the way we lost, too. But before we get even further than that, we got our boy Jason in the motherfucking house. He's off camera today.
Yeah, he's off camera today.
But what's up, Jason? How you doing, bro?
I'm alright. Definitely disappointed in that game. Second half that was played. Because first whole half, I feel like we had all the momentum.
Yeah.
After that first score. And after that penalty, kind of changed the whole momentum. Took everything out of us. I think it like took the air out of the team after kind of that.
Well, let's get into it, man. How did we start off, dude?
Well, the first half, if we had a game plan, it was going to plan. We had Stone score off a set piece, Kevin De Bruyne right in the box. I'm not sure it went in at first, but then it went. We saw that it was on the other side of the net, not behind the net.
Yeah.
And we go 1-0, and we go 1-0 into the halftime, and it was vibes. The first half went quickly. We were playing our game, and it was going well. Second half, though, I don't want to point fingers, but there was one specific moment in the second half where the momentum shifted.
Yeah.
And it was Ederson's unnecessary challenge.
Yeah.
On, I forget who was the winger now, McAllister.
Yes.
It was an unnecessary challenge. Ederson had actually done the right thing up until that point. He forced him outside. Kevin McAllister just kicked it out. He really just kicked it out. And then Ederson kept on with his challenge. Clipped him. McAllister goes down. It's awarded a penalty. McAllister converts, and the game draws.
You said Kevin McAllister.
Kevin McAllister? What's McAllister's first name?
I don't even know. But yeah, the guy.
Kevin McAllister.
Yeah.
But apparently, as Cam tells us, that he does have a brother named Kevin McAllister, like home.
Yeah.
So I'm totally not wrong.
Yeah, but from what I'm reading, we put the post up. You know, we're very updated and on the fucking pulse when it comes to our memes.
Yeah.
When it comes to our reaction videos and all that, and people were saying that it was Ake's fault.
It was not Ake's fault. It was not Ake's fault in the slightest.
And I agree because, like I said, we could have done without the fucking huge ass kicks to fucking Darwin Nunez's legs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And again, it's fucking Darwin Nunez. You didn't have to kick him. It's not like he was gonna score. It's Darwin fucking Nunez.
Yeah, the guy who cannot finish worth a damn. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
He can't finish.
Yeah.
You know, all you gotta do is just do your thing, force him outside, and the play's done.
Yeah.
But the thing is that I actually don't like that people are saying that it was Ake's fault, because I think Pep made the right move to play Ake in this game.
Yes.
Ake, whoever we were going to face, Bradley or Robertson, Ake was the most equipped to lock down either of those two players. That's why we didn't play like someone like Gavardiol. Like Gavardiol would not have been the ideal start for this match. Like I would have not wanted to start Gavardiol in this match. Ake was the right start. On that play, from what I see, I did not see why Ake would take any kind of blame on that play. And Ederson just made a reckless challenge. Like he knew he kicked the ball already. Why did he need to continue on, follow through with his challenge to McAllister? It was just like it just, you know. And the thing is that people are probably going to already come at us in the comments saying that we're blaming the goalkeeper. Okay, remember the Copenhagen, the first leg of the Copenhagen knockout round.
In the Champions League, yes.
And Ederson made that mistake. He shit the bed, and they scored one, right?
Yes.
And people were ribbing Ederson, tearing Ederson apart over that. And we were defending Ederson in that game. I was defending Ederson in that game.
Yeah.
There was no mistakes in that. Okay, that was a mistake 1 in every 1,000 saves, right? Like Ederson was due for his brain fart. Okay, whatever. We got his brain fart now. Okay, but this game, that challenge, I can't defend Ederson on that. That was a reckless challenge, and it was inopportune. It led to them getting back in the game, and the momentum of the game completely changed from that moment on. It was just like, you know, like when you're up in space and like they knock the air ball out and the space starts sucking.
It depresses and shit.
It started sucking momentum.
You sucked the air out of the room, Ederson.
Yeah, you know, and then you could tell the boys were kind of rattled from that moment on. Like they were playing shaky, they weren't playing themselves. You know, and I thought like someone like Roger or Foden would just, you know, take it by the reins and get one back and get away with his full 3 points, but it was not meant to be. It was not that today. So, but what are your guys' thoughts about that? You know, second half.
So I want to try something new for this podcast.
Yeah.
For our thoughts on the game, I want us to go around the room and each ask Pep. I want you to start with your. I want you to start your rant with, Pep, what the fuck, and then ask Pep, hey, why did he do this? Okay. So we'll start off with you first.
All right, Pep, what the fuck?
Yeah.
The segment?
Yeah.
All right, Pep, what the fuck? All right, Pep, what the fuck? Why did you take off Kevin De Bruyne in the second half and put on Doku instead of Bob?
Hey, man, I couldn't agree more with you. When I saw that fucking change, when I saw Kovacic and fucking and Doku I was like, all right, cool. And then you see fucking Kevin De Bruyne fucking walking out.
Yeah.
I mean, how did you feel about that?
I was going to say the same thing.
Okay.
You know, I did not expect KDB to come out, and then the camera flipped to him and he's walking out. And it was kind of like, what? Like,
yeah.
What the hell? You know, and it was crazy that Oscar Bob didn't come in. Like, yeah. It was definitely a trip to see KDB come out. He was visibly frustrated even with Pep himself. You know? So I'm pretty sure he told him the same thing. The fuck, Pep?
That's true. Here, let me start mine. Pep, what the fuck? Why didn't we start fucking Ruben Diaz?
I was asking myself the same question. I was like, where was Ruben Diaz? Like trying to find Ruben Diaz on the pitch. And all right, I know I've been ranting, but I'll rant some more. Okay, I still feel like the jury is out on Akanji. I think Akanji is obviously a very Man City. He's Man City caliber.
Yes.
But you know, I'll tell you from this perspective, he's the only senior player I have not made an edit of, and there's a reason for that because there's not a lot of good comp footage together already of Akanji online, but also one thing too is that like. I don't know. I just don't. He's not my preferred center back.
Not even convinced with this week's goal from Akanji.
Well,
against Copenhagen.
Okay, yeah, he got a lot of praise for that goal, right?
Yeah.
It was Copenhagen's second leg. You know what I mean? Copenhagen's second leg. We were already moved on, and people were like, "Oh, Kanji," blowing up Twitter with the Kanji videos and Kanji clips and stuff. And I'm just like,
you don't agree with his aggression or his gameplay?
No, I think he's very flat-footed a lot of the time, and I've always just found like when we had our worst defensive performances, I trace the mistake back to Akanji. You know what I mean? Like I trace it back to his lack of something he did. You know what I mean? Maybe that's just bias. You know, obviously I'm watching this game 4,000 miles away with a 30-second delay.
Yeah.
But you know, you still got to convince me more about him. Yeah. And if I was lining this team up, I would not be starting Akanji.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
And by the way, we are live. We are live on YouTube now.
Yeah.
This is the way we're starting to do these podcasts, and we have somebody on the fucking chat already saying, "Vamos Liverpool."
And that's from Twitch too.
And that's from Twitch.
Yeah.
Okay, Vamos Liverpool. To them, I bet you they did feel like they won.
They did feel like they're winning. They're obviously going to blow up this chat right now with Vamos Liverpool, You Never Walk Alone,
You never walk. Yes,
you know
yes.
what I mean? All that stuff. And you could see that they panned in the stands to the Anfield supporters, and they were like twirling their fucking thing,
the
like,
scarves and
like
shit.
The scarves, like they fucking won this shit. And it's just like, oh man, I was really hoping for a win because of those stupid ass Trent Alexander-Arnold comments at the beginning of the week saying that the one Premier League win that they won in the last 7-8 years meant more to them than City supporters winning all those years, right?
Yeah.
That's a bold fucking dumbass claim, in my opinion. And like I was like, oh man, boys, just use use those words, string them up by those words, really just thrash them. But we did not see that thrashing today. It could have gone differently. I think if the Ederson mistake was not made, I think could have been walked away with a 1-0 or maybe a 2-0 or maybe a 2-1. It definitely would have been a different game. I think we were lucky to get away with the draw.
Yeah. Yeah. You have another Pep what the fuck?
Another Pep what the fuck? Let's see. Honestly, I don't think I do on my end, but I will say that I was surprised that Doku got a really good shot off.
Oh, dude.
Goddamn fucking corner.
Oh, yes.
Doku. Okay, we've been really hard on Doku the past month, I guess you can say.
Yeah.
That goal alone would have destroyed all the critics.
I even said on the chat, someone said Doku's going to get a goal. Like, someone said that someone was like making a prediction that Doku was going to get a goal. And I'm like, if Doku gets a goal now, I'll recant every bad thing that I said about him.
So would I.
I would recant every bad thing I said about him and issue a public apology for all the shit that we gave him. But he didn't. But the thing is, though, is that he had a little bit more smarter plays today.
Yes.
It was
the passing looked good.
A lot of his shots were more on goal or looking threatening, and then it was just unlucky to get that post. You know what I mean? The inside of the post for real. That was unlucky.
And you know that little obvious right cut that he does all the time.
Yeah.
It was not to be seen today when he really fucking needed it.
Yeah.
So when he doesn't need it, he uses it. When he really needs it, doesn't fucking use it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like I said, that post was just so fucking unlucky. But damn, dude, he could have won everybody back. And let me say one more thing. He got so lucky that they did not call a penalty when he kicked McAllister in the chest, dude.
Oh, my God, dude.
We got away with it. And I guess that's something that we got on the Liverpool fucking team and the Liverpool fans is that, hey, you got jacked for that, dude. That should have been a penalty, brother.
With hand over heart, I think that should have been a penalty.
That was a dangerous play.
That was a dangerous play. Just studs up right in the chest. Like, I'm not sure what called it back. Maybe he had clipped the ball just barely.
It's a fucking betting line saying, hey, we can't afford to lose this money. This needs to end in a tie.
Damn, that's
Las Vegas calling.
That's cheese man right there.
That's cheese man. No, it's true, dude. That's the way I saw it because since yesterday, I was deciding, okay, who's gonna fucking win today? Who should I put my money on? Should I put on Liverpool? Should I put on City? And everyone's like, dude, it's a fucking tie. It's gonna be a tie, 2-2. It's gonna be a tie. It's gonna be a tie. I'm like, no way. Today's the day that we change it up. We broke one curse at the Tottenham fucking stadium. You know what I mean? And today I thought we were going to break that curse again, being that we're going to be on our 4th title.
Yeah.
And did not work out that way.
No,
you know what I mean? And it's just crazy the way it came out, dude. Like, I don't know. It left me speechless, dude.
Yeah. I think there needs to be some credit given to Liverpool. Some credit, I think the credit that I would put on one player would be Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz had a pretty solid second half, looked very threatening. There was several moments when he was open
and shit the bed.
Either we came back defensively, or he just shit the bed. Really didn't fall through with it, but still he looked very threatening.
Yeah.
And that was the one player that I was tripping about in the second half. Like, oh my God, he's just wide open. Why is no one covering him? Why is no one marking him? Just like they played their game. You know what I mean? But like honestly, I think Ederson's mistake just opened the matchup to all kinds of different possibilities. When at the time before that, it was looking very, very solid in it for us. It was looking really, really good for us.
It deflated the confidence.
Yeah.
Because when we came back from the second half, Liverpool looked like something else.
Yeah.
They didn't look shaky. They didn't look nervous. They looked a little bit more
composed.
Yes, and that was insane. You know what I mean? Like, also we did lose. Not only did Ederson cause a penalty and all that, but he fucking got injured and left the fucking pitch. Yeah. It's like he made a mess and he took off.
Yeah.
And left poor Ortega.
He made a messy.
Yeah, he made a messy and he fucking left, dude. And he left poor Ortega to fucking face Liverpool.
And he made Ortega made some good stops.
No, dude came through, dude.
Yeah, and I think Ortega is a very reliable keeper in that situation, and will now have to rely on him more. Like, and I think Jay Bain even pointed this out when we were talking to him on the stream.
Shout out Jay Bain. That's a cool dude.
Yeah, I appreciate always when Jay Bain joins in.
Hell yeah.
But he made a comment where it's like in FA Cup matches when he's starting, he just looks way more composed than Ederson does.
Yeah,
you know,
I agree,
and I agree with that. You know what I mean?
We're not shitting on Ederson. This is not.
I play keeper in soccer.
Yes,
I play keeper in soccer. Ederson is by far my favorite keeper, and I've said, I think what's an unpopular opinion. I prefer Ederson over Alisson.
It's because we know the viewers,
and I know people. I know even top city podcasters say, "Oh yeah, I would prefer Alisson over Ederson." Like, what the fuck is that? I mean, okay. Alisson mostly is the keeper for Brazil. All right.
Yeah.
Ederson is a backup. I'd take my guy any day. I'll take my guy any day. Ederson is my guy, right?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, dude, that I mean, I've probably committed that same mistake in a match before. You know what I mean? I made my plenty fair shitting the bed as a keeper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why I'm not playing in the Premier League. But like, trust me, that you gotta assign blame where blame is due, and that's just that. Come on. You know what I mean? Come on, that was his mistake. And if Ederson has several more clean sheets the rest of the season, I'll be lauding him from here to heaven. But that was a mistake of his, and we just gotta call a spade, really.
Yeah, it's true. We gotta call balls and strikes.
Yeah,
I say. Yeah,
call balls and strikes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, what do you any other thoughts on this? Any other moments?
Who was your man of the match?
I mean, it's tough to pick one, especially games like this that end in a tie.
Yeah.
But one thing I do want to say is that I think if that whole penalty didn't happen, I think my prediction of 3-1 would have been a little bit more.
Oh yeah,
more realistic.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, obviously that didn't happen, but I'll take the tie over a loss.
Yeah, of course. So I mean, we pointed out the negatives. You know what I mean? But the positive thing is, this is a fucking title race. The title race just got even tighter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's 64 points for Liverpool and Arsenal. We're at 63.
Yeah.
We're on a fucking future expectation to be at the Etihad. Is it the Etihad or the Emirates?
It's at the Etihad for this coming match on Saturday with Arsenal. Yeah.
Okay. Well, this Saturday we got
Newcastle.
No, we got Newcastle at 10:30 this Saturday.
No, we got Arsenal this week. Are you talking about the FA Cup?
Huh.
Okay. Yeah. We gotta look at schedules. But I will say this, man of the match, right? We didn't heap praise on this man yet.
Yes, you're correct. FA Cup. Sorry about that. Yes.
John Stones.
Yeah. John Stones, that's your boy.
That's my boy.
That's your boy.
That's my boy. Johnny Stones. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he scored. He got a goal. You know, and it's always in these moments where John Stones scores. Like, you know, big game. We need to get on the board. We need to find a way to get on, to score a goal. And it's a set piece. And John Stones comes out of the pack, taps it in, and we got a goal on the board. You know what I mean? And John Stones was that guy. So, you just got to heap praise like it. That guy is so essential to how City plays, pushing up a high line, scoring when he can. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if I had a man of a match, I'd say it would be John Stones.
We would have had another fucking cool ass fucking viral video. Cause I was gonna go for a John Stones goal.
Yeah.
And I kind of was like, nah, that's not gonna happen, especially on a Liverpool game. So I went with the Phil Foden goal just because of the consistency. And you know I love consistency.
Well,
consistency.
We're in the chat right now, and we got Colby Stevens, who my hunch says that's Colby from Snobby Pod.
Shout out Colby.
So that Ederson over Alisson in the Premier League.
Of course. Come on, dude.
Yeah.
Alisson didn't even play today.
Colby, we got to hit you up because Will says that you want us on the podcast.
Oh yeah, that's right. Today
for tonight. So after we jump off, we'll be messaging you if you still are down with that. We're definitely down with that.
Yes,
so
sir.
We'll be contacting you afterwards. But shout out Colby from Snobby Pod.
Oh yeah, love that guy.
Great podcast, great merch. Friends of the podcast and Ride Said Fred. You know what I mean? Ride Said Fred. You know.
Yes, sir.
So
right now, if you have a chance, just go to Instagram, follow Snobby Pod Podcast.
Yeah, Snobby Pod.
Snobby Pod. Follow them on YouTube, please.
Across all social media platforms.
Across all social. These are our boys, dude.
Yeah.
These are our boys, and of course, we have a brotherhood growing.
Yeah.
Of course, with Biddle banter.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? These are real ass fucking real ass players. Hey, fuck it, I'll say that. Real ass players.
Podcast players. Players.
But yeah, these are real ass podcasts for citizens, and we do not hold back. And shout out to Snobby Podcast for holding it down while we were in jail.
Yeah. So we were in jail for the first 3 days this week. After we
Why?
Because of me. Because of I
went to jail because of this guy.
Yeah. Because I crafted an edit and it caught a DCMA copyright violation, and they banned us for 3 days. Following the Manchester Derby, which what a fucking win that was, right?
Yeah.
And we were in the sin bin for 3 days. We weren't posting to other places. We were posting to YouTube. We were posting to Twitter. We were posting to TikTok, and
Snobby was posting for us.
And Snobby posted for us. He launched the Free Hollywood Kickbacks campaign.
Yeah, free the wood.
Yeah, free the wood. And we came back, and we're coming back strong. Several updates about social media. We had our first meme post go over 1,000 likes.
Yes.
And then we had our first meme go over
100,000 views. Yeah, dude.
It is so insane that something like one of our posts finally goes viral, finally goes over 100K, right? And we don't mention the fact that Ipkiss probably had 30% of those views. We won't mention that. But the thing is that and I feel like that post is probably going to keep growing. It's and from what it's, I look every day. It's another 10,000, another 10,000, another 10,000. So I think it's well on its way to 1 million. I think by the end of the season, that post will have 1 million views.
And again, thanks to everybody that follows the Hollywood Kid Packs, all the woods. Can we have a group name for the people? The viewers?
Shout out to the Kippax. Kippax could be used as a group.
Shout out to the Kid Packs.
Shout out to I call it. So I was actually meaning to introduce this because eventually when we start adding our Patreon, cards, right?
Yeah.
We call it the Kippax Diehards and Kippax Sickos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I like the diehards.
For the Kippax Diehards, Kippax Sickos. That are out in
for the KDH.
The KDH.
I like the way that sounds.
Hollywood Kippax Diehards.
Yeah.
HKD.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
It's a work in progress.
We gotta workshop it a little bit more. But Kippax Diehards.
Yeah.
Holding it down, responding to us. Always telling us what giving us encouragement. And we create this our content for you guys. So shout out our Kippax Diehards for sure. But man, yeah. I mean, we kind of alluded to it already, but title race. So how does this look in the larger picture of this title race?
We gotta beat Arsenal. I mean, Liverpool, worthy opponent.
Mm-hmm.
Worthy opponent. But the understudy is Arsenal.
Yeah.
And we need to show them who daddy is.
For sure.
And with that win, we'll get him first.
One thing I enjoyed about last season was how much we dominated Arsenal when we played them. We played them several times last year. I think we played them 3 or 4 times over the course of last season.
Yeah.
And we beat them every time. We didn't draw or lose. We beat them.
Yeah.
And we beat them handedly. And, this year was disappointing that we lost them in the Community Shield and we lost them on the first fixture at the Emirates. But then now we're taking this back home, and we definitely need to beat Arsenal.
Yeah.
And also it'd be interesting to see who would be who's Liverpool playing next week.
Oh, yeah. We got to see that because we need somebody to step up. We need a fucking hero. We need a fucking hero right now, and he's got to be brave, and he's got to be strong.
It would be Everton, but for some reason it's postponed.
Oh, God damn it.
and then
Everton.
they go on break. They don't play They play in the FA Cup quarterfinal against United, and then it's the next technically their next match schedule is against Brighton on the 31st.
Oh, dude, they got it fucking easy, bro.
They got a long time to recover because they really has a lot of injuries. Because Allison's injured, Trent Alexander-Arnold is injured. Salah's coming back from injury. But yeah, I mean, like those are three key players that they didn't have in this match. They subbed on Salah, but they didn't play him for a full 90.
And he wasn't called to the Egypt international
And
team.
that was Klopp's intervention. Klopp was like, no,
we need him.
Yeah, I mean, like they already had him for the Cup of Nations. You know what I mean? It's like, no, we're in a title race right now. We need Salah for sure. And even my girlfriend jumped on the stream.
Oh, that's right.
And
Liverpool supporter.
Yeah, so shout out my girlfriend Jessica.
Bring over there.
Who she was watching at the Harp, which was my home bar, which certainly is my home bar where I watch games. If I go to the pub, I go to the Harp in Costa Mesa, where Orange County Blues. Shout out Orange County Blues. She was there, and she jumped on the stream and made a prediction that Salah was going to get a goal in the second half. But then I think we were talking last night when we were watching our local team, Orange County Soccer, play, and she was like, Salah's going to start and blah, blah, blah. And like, it's like, he's not, if anything, he's not even going to play a full 75. Like, he's going to get subbed off, if he does start. But he didn't play the first half and came on the second half and maybe had like one play where he looked threatened, but that was about it.
So no arguments at the house today because you guys tied?
No, I think I mean, I was really hoping for the win. She was hoping she was like hoping for the draw, and then I'm the one that has to accept the draw. So
now, if Liverpool would have won or City would have won, would you have to sleep on the couch?
No. I even texted her. I texted her all the. I wasn't like sharing all the posts that we were doing to her because like I we do a lot of meme content, but I finally shared some of the memes that I shared with her. I shared to the account to her finally, but yeah, I mean, yeah. So title race, right? Title race. I mean, like as I said, I really want this win. We can accept the draw. We're still in the hunt for the title race. We are in a disappointing third with a point behind, but we could be in worse positions. We could have lost this game.
We could have lost, yes.
And we could have been caught fighting back. But I even think Jay Bain said this, that he's more scared of Liverpool than Arsenal.
And I agree.
Yeah. What he was saying was that Liverpool just looks more threatening, look like they can potentially go for it, and Arsenal are just bottle jobs. That's and I think he's right. But I think one move also that was smart on Klopp's part was that the starting 11 that I was imagining, he subbed on in the second half.
Yeah.
So he didn't play his strongest in the first half. Then he subbed on Salah and Robertson in the second half. Yeah. I thought that was a smart move. I think that was a potentially threatening move to put his more threatening players at the last part. Gakpo, you know what I mean, who I think is also very dangerous and could get a goal when they need one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I'm pretty sure Jurgen Klopp was fucking salivating when we subbed out Kevin De Bruyne.
Oh, yeah. He was like, what? Like, he was like, okay. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, all right. Like,
what the fuck, Pep?
Yeah, like, dude, you're really subbing off your best player? Like, that's the one player you don't take off in that game.
And we saw Kevin De Bruyne's reaction to that. What did you see from that, Jason?
As soon as he got off, I couldn't tell if he was going straight to Pep himself.
Yeah.
About why he took him out, or if he was arguing with the ref.
Maybe it was probably the assistant coach too, or some shit. Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as even after you see him sitting down, and Pep went to go and try to calm him down a little bit.
Like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, like
you're taking me out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like we got, I guess, trying to build momentum, and you're getting me the fuck out of here. That makes no sense. You know what I mean? I have one more. What the fuck, Pep?
Yeah.
Okay. What the fuck, Pep? You threw fucking goddamn Phil Foden into the right wing abyss.
Yeah.
That did not work for me.
No, he started on the left and then went to the right.
I thought it was Julian on the left.
Oh, no, it was Julian on the left.
And then that fool took the right.
Yeah.
And then for some reason, Bernardo played the middle.
Well, I think what the rationale behind that for Pep, Foden played on the right in the last 2 games. He did a good job. He was playing on the right against United. He scored 2 goals.
Okay.
So there was no reason for him to like switch him out of that position. I just think Foden looked a little absent, and Haaland looked very much absent. Like, once again, Haaland's not dropping back.
He needs to get involved in the play,
he,
dude.
He needs to drop back, create more opportunities. You know what I mean? And today, I think he just wanted to be the goal scorer, the poacher, and just not get involved with the play. I just think, I mean, like, look who's been scoring the goals for the most part in this last like month and a half. It's been Phil Foden. And Phil Foden's the striker for you know what I mean?
And
like,
didn't win Player of the Month.
And yeah, it's a Højlund who was injured for part of that time.
For
period.
1 goal.
For 1 goal. Just the Premier League's a joke league.
Waiting on America. I fucking hate that guy, dude. Fuck you, dude.
See that meme I made?
No.
You didn't see the fucking meme I made?
Which one was it?
The guy was raining. It's raining on the guy.
Oh, yes.
And
The guy eating spaghetti and shit?
I used that Sean Miller song.
Oh, okay.
And people didn't get the joke, but I'm like, dude, that shit should go viral.
Yeah.
That shit was funny. Even like one person got it. It was like, dude, if you know that song was written by a United supporter, and I'm not ragging on this guy for, get on this guy for having a music career against all odds, sure. But like, he's a United fan. That's what I'll rip him on, right? You know what I mean?
Waiting on America.
But Foden just didn't look. He
did not deserve that shit, dude.
Yeah.
Because it could have been Kevin.
Yeah.
It could have been Phil Foden.
Yeah.
They performed.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I would have gave it to Saka. At least.
Saka.
Yeah, that will perform this month too.
Yeah, that's true.
And you're giving it to Rasmus Højlund. What the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
It's like, we gotta give United something.
A positive bump. Like,
something. A sign of life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, God, get the fuck out of here, EPL, with that bullshit, dude.
Yeah.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
A bullshit. A bullshit. Yeah, I mean, that was frustrating. But, I mean, like, there's all these points coming back to me. But the Foden and Haaland dynamic, Haaland needs to drop back. He needs to get more involved with the play. Foden just looked like he couldn't really had nothing to do and just, like, just couldn't get the ball. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, like, this constant tinkering that Pep is doing. And sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. You know what I mean? And, like at this point last year, we really locked into a groove. And Pep, like, once we locked to that groove, Pep didn't really make any changes to it unless we needed to, like, an injury here, an injury there. Like, something worked, he kept with it, and we rode it all the way to a treble. You know what I mean? And we're just kind of like just moving pieces around and seeing what works and what hits. And today, like, playing foot on the right didn't work.
A lot of pieces were pretty fucked today, dude.
Yeah.
A lot of pieces were fucked today. But like I said, that's the negative, but the positive is we could have lost and we didn't.
Yeah.
We're still in this fucking race. It's just a 1-point difference. So, hey, you know what? Fuck it. We live and we learn. This is the shit. This is why we love this game. We love this team, and we follow this fucking league.
Yeah.
So, it's all right, man. We still got Arsenal to look forward to. We got an FA Cup, and we're still in the Champions League. Killing it.
Yeah.
Killing in the Champions League. Fucking Real Madrid barely won, dude.
Yeah.
And that's our biggest threat.
And we should be finding out tomorrow where our draw is, or I don't know when the draw is for the Champions League.
Well, I know Bayern passed. I know Real Madrid passed.
It's going to be 3 teams. It's either going to be Real Madrid, Bayern, or PSG.
Wait, for us to face?
Yeah.
Holy shit! So it's going to be all 4 big dicks in one group?
Yeah, basically.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Hopefully it's Real Madrid. They're not looking good right now.
To be honest, and I was talking to my girlfriend about this, and I was saying that I would rather face Real Madrid early.
Yes.
Get them out of the way, and then move on up. I'd rather do that. Just get Real Madrid out of the way, move on, play Bayern or PSG later.
Yeah, because they're focused on their title race. Well, not a title race, but they're focused on
Bayern's struggling. Bayern's struggling, and I mean they're kind. I mean, was it they dismantled Mainz last
week
8-1, and Harry Kane had a hat trick. But Leverkusen is running things right now, and I mean, but I just don't think Bayern is good enough to really make that run. I think City is looking just really, really good right now in the Champions League. Compared to other teams that are still in it, relatively speaking. Yeah. So.
Yeah, honestly, we're the only ones in the Champions League that are really fucking people up right now.
Yeah.
And I can't say anything about the squads when we come to Champions League. I feel like we're finally the ones that are a different animal in the Champions League.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they would say the same thing about Real Madrid. Real Madrid in La Liga is something, but Real Madrid in the Champions League is a whole fucking different other team.
Yeah.
I think we're those guys now.
Yeah. At least in the moment.
Yes, in the moment, yes.
Yeah, we're that way. Okay. So we can preview some of our coming matches in the coming week. So actually, you're right. You're right. Next Saturday is the FA Cup match against Newcastle.
Yeah.
10:30. At 10:30. So
we'll be in Las Vegas.
We'll be in Las Vegas.
Me and you're finally going to Vegas with me.
Yeah. So Will, Ipkiss, I, and Jason, are you going now?
I don't believe so.
No, okay. Jason's not going, and I don't think Ipkiss is going.
Ipkiss is not going now?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
It'll just be me and the boy.
Yeah. So. And my girlfriend's coming along.
And your girlfriend.
So,
no, I'm saying.
We're going on a overnight turnaround trip to Vegas because obviously we live in Los Angeles. We live close enough where we can do that. Yes. And it's its own vibe, but you gotta be up for it.
Yes.
And I know you are a frequenter to Las Vegas.
Well, I go a lot.
I mean, I go every now and then, but I don't go as much as
you're going to see the way Daddy does it. You know what I mean? Daddy does Vegas with fucking the homeboy Alex.
Yeah. So,
and girlfriend.
Yeah. So.
We're going to get you fucked up.
Okay. I'm all for it. So we're going to be there, so we won't be able to cover that game, obviously. Maybe tune in on a live, you know what I mean?
We'll definitely watch it on the bus. Yeah. We'll make a vlog for it. How about that?
Yeah, we'll make a vlog. Yeah. So
and my mom's excited to meet you, because my mom is a big supporter of me.
Yeah.
And I go, hey, you know what? My co-host is coming. She's like, who? I go, that's Alex. She's like, oh, that's Alex and his girlfriend, because that's how I put it when I got your guys' seats.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, okay, cool. I got to finally meet him. So you guys, my mom's fucking cool, dude. So,
yeah, she's really cool. She has her own business, Camacho's Mobile Bar.
Yes. And soon to be a sponsor.
Soon to be a sponsor of this podcast.
Yes.
So shout out Will's mom.
Yes.
And it should be a fun time, but we won't be live streaming for that game. But we can still talk about it. So what do you think about that? At Newcastle in the FA Cup quarterfinal at the Etihad.
Well, I mean, we're expected to have Ortega, right?
We'll see, but I'm assuming Ortega, yeah.
Yes.
Let's assume Ortega.
And these guys have been in a little rut lately. Yeah. You know, struggling for wins.
I don't know where the position is on the Premier League off the top of my head.
And the FA Cup is a very prestigious fucking title. But, I mean, it's... we could win this. We could win this, definitely, if we have the 11 that we started today.
Newcastle's 10th.
Yeah, I mean... But it's the FA Cup. That's a whole different thing.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying that as a fact. Newcastle's 10th.
Of course. But... I am seeing a penalty. Oh, no, there's no penalty shootouts in the FA Cup.
It's always a replay, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get it. 2-0. I think so.
Yeah, I'll say a 2-0.
Unless these guys come with some shit that we don't know about.
Or a 3-1.
You know what I mean? Or a 3-1.
I was going to go with 3-1, too.
3-1?
3-1.
Now, are you familiar with anything about the FA Cup?
Actually, no. I'm not.
Okay. Please.
Not as much.
Okay, so we have Jason here, and we appreciate Jason slowly becoming an unofficial fourth leg of this podcast.
Yes.
But he's a new fan, so we got to catch him up on things.
Yeah.
So this will serve as as an educational thing, right?
Yeah.
So the FA Cup is the domestic trophy for England. Okay. It's ran by the FA, the Football Association, and that's the governing body for all of England, right? So it doesn't include Scotland, doesn't include Wales or Ireland or whatever. It's just English teams, right? But it's like all football flights of all English football. So there's there's a Premier League and there's the Championship, the English Football Championship, which is comprised of 3 divisions. There's a Championship, League 1, League 2. So there's teams from all around the country, no matter how small or big, they compete in this domestic thing. There's multiple rounds of it. And then, but basically, the final is whoever is the best team in England out of all of the divisions, right?
So let's say like this: Champions League is big dicks versus fat dicks. You know what I mean?
Okay.
EPL, big dicks versus big dicks.
Oh, all right.
FA Cup, big dicks versus little dicks.
It could.
Okay.
Everybody's involved. Even a little dick can become a champion and take us out. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Even because last year we were in the semifinal against Sheffield United, and they're a smaller team. I think that was the season before they were promoted.
Very small.
They were looking to be promoted. So so we played them in the semifinal, and then we played United in the final last year.
When's the last time a little dick won the FA Cup?
I'd have to take a look, but I can't. I don't know.
Watch somebody on fucking line that's watching us go on the web browser. When's the last time a little dick won that?
I would phrase the keyword search like, when's the last time a non-Premier League side won the FA Cup?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
And for a more, because you'll probably get directed to Pornhub.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's true. Oh, that's true. That is very, very true.
Yeah.
I didn't think of it that way.
Colby, if you're still listening, please do that. So I don't know the top of my head, but to continue, right? So we're in the quarterfinals now, and quarterfinals is when the big teams kind of rise to the top. So we're playing Newcastle, obviously a Premier League team, and then Liverpool and Man United play in the quarterfinal. I believe I forgot what's out of the bracket, but they're going to play, right? So so that's where we're at. Newcastle's 10th. Scrappy team. We remember we were watching the Newcastle game when we had that great game, and when KDB came back.
The notorious Oscar Bob goal.
The Oscar Bob goal, yeah. So that's where we that's where we are, and I think we're feeling confident for a 3-1. But I want to do more predictions further down the road. Do you think this FA Cup final is going to be a Liverpool City FA Cup final?
Man, that sounds in a perfect world, yes. But it's always so unpredictable when it comes to the FA Cup. For all fucking goddamn, who the fuck is still in it?
I don't know I don't know the bracket, but I think it's very likely that we'll be seeing a Liverpool City FA Cup final.
Liverpool, man, that's crazy, dude. I really want to know now. Let's see, how can we look that up? But you looking it up. But meanwhile, so that's why there's 4 fucking competitions when it comes to this. There's 4 or 5 every year. There's 5. There could be up to 5 because we were involved in the Club World Cup, the
Club World Cup.
The Club World Cup, and we won it, and we beat that ass, and that's why we're rocking the gold on the jersey.
That's what the crest is.
Hey,
Okay.
you get your gold, bro.
Okay, so I got that pulled up. So it's Wolves Coventry. That Coventry is a championship team. Newcastle, us, Chelsea versus Leicester. That's just a former Premier League team, now a Champions League, not championship team, and then Manchester United versus Liverpool.
It can be anybody, though. Okay, I'll say this. I'll just answer your question. I don't think it's gonna be a City versus Liverpool final.
What do you think it's gonna be?
I think it's gonna be somehow. Let me see those teams again.
I think if you assume one side of the bracket, I think it's gonna be. We're on the opposite side of the bracket, so I think eventually we'll play Man City versus. We'll be playing Wolves in the semifinal, and then, my opinion, I think we will. I think Liverpool will beat United and we'll beat Chelsea, and then. But here you go. But you take one side of the bracket. Assume that one day of the bracket is on one side.
It's gonna. Well, you know what? Yeah, it's gonna be. I just saw the other teams. It is gonna be a City Liverpool final. God damn it!
Unless United balls out against Liverpool.
Come on,
No,
dude. Waiting for a miracle to come. I'm still waiting.
Yeah. But
I gotta show you that shit that we're doing.
You're
gonna laugh your ass off when we show you, dude.
Yeah. So, but I think we'll move past Newcastle. We'll play Wolves in the semifinal, beat them, and play Liverpool. Liverpool for the final.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, sometimes the little dicks pull out. You know what I mean? For those kind of competitions.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't doubt if Leicester made it some kind of,
Yeah.
And like I said, and for these competitions, Jason, a lot of fools don't use the full fucking 11, the dope. You use your big dicks, really.
Yeah.
Those ones are like for the little dicks, and especially if you're Liverpool or City, you'll use your bench for that competition.
Gotcha. Okay.
Just as, I guess, would you say show respect in a way?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I think obviously we're playing to win the FA Cup final at this point. So we're going to play a strong 11 against Newcastle.
Mm-hmm.
But what 11 do you think we're going to play in this FA Cup round? I mean, it is a week from now, so we do have a lot of rest. So you think we're going to play the best 11 again?
I think okay. Well, for this one, you got to bring out their nightmare. The one that fucking took it away from them, Oscar Bob.
Yeah.
And you got to put your fuck it. Put your Haaland. Okay, fuck it. Let's go for the 11. Oscar Bob, Haaland, Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, Phil Foden, Rodri, Ake, Ruben Diaz, John Stones, Kyle Walker.
Perfect. That was the exact same one I was going to say.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's our best 11. I think Alvarez, you could maybe think about playing on the left. That could be an option too, but definitely not starting Doku. That's all I can say.
I mean, for the FA Cup, why not?
I mean, it can.
In
but
the second half.
I guess it's a difference between what I want versus what Pep will play. But I think there's a possibility we could see him play. But I don't know. I think, you know what? I gotta mention this on the podcast. What the heck happened to Rico Lewis? Where is Rico Lewis?
I don't know
what Pep's going on within his mind regarding Rico Lewis.
The last time he fucking made, what was he, a sub? He was subbing in the Champions League and he performed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He performed. He brought in all the little dick guns, and still, Rico Lewis does not change and play. He almost had a goal.
Yeah, I mean, come on. I just want to say,
he hit the fucking post.
Show me a little bit more Rico Lewis. Let me know that he exists. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We need to see a little.
Stop hiding him, dog. We want to see Rico Lewis.
Yeah, you know what I mean. It's like I kind of was concerned for his well-being. It's like, dude,
and the FA Cup man. Oh, FA Cup man played this week.
He did, and we upgraded his status to second leg Champions League victory assured man. If there's a second leg of a Champions League,
the evolution,
and he's like a Pokemon, and FA Cup man, but FA Cup man will always be FA Cup man. I do need to get on another episode of FA Cup man.
Yes,
I did the Man United episode.
We need the love interest.
We do need to develop a love interest. I gotta figure that one out.
The Champions League trophy.
Champions League trophy. Oh God.
FA Cup man, I want you.
That's actually interesting because like it's an object, not a. Actual,
exactly.
You know what I mean? That's an actual thing. You know what I'm saying? So. I gotta think about it. I'm like actually writing a series right now, so I actually gotta like think about if it like just. It's like writing a TV show. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I gotta write another episode. I know I want to do one for Tottenham. I want to do it part 2. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, anyhow, all right. So we have. What's your prediction for this game?
I want to say let's go with the Hollywood Kit Pack safe bet.
3-1.
3-1.
All right, let's do 3-1. I
agree.
I'll take that. Hollywood Kickbacks 3-1. Hollywood Kickbacks safe back trademark. Jeez. we will say on camera, but Jason over here did have a long night.
Oh no, he had a long night. Oh no. Oh no. Hold on.
This podcast would.
Let's end the podcast.
Should we just end the podcast?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I think we're gonna end the podcast
on
that note. Okay. We'll explain later. All right. We gotta go. See you later. Draw is frustrating, but we'll see you later.
And this has been an episode of the Hollywood Kid Packs podcast. You can follow us on
across all social media platforms. Hollywood Kickback spelled KIPBAX.
Follow us on all
On
platforms.
platforms, this is Bucket Sports, the best team in the land.
The best team in the world.
Come on,
Come
Cincy.
on, Cincy. Come on. You know.